There are about a dozen letters in this pile. A similar pile for the Australian adventure. A few from the year we spent teaching in Greece, but by then we were able to maintain regular telephone contact. 1 letter a month. How she must have waited for these, pored over every word, drinking it up. How distant I must have seemed. I try and imagine myself waiting for news of Millie, unable to contact her, utterly powerless. No wonder she was frantic. No wonder she sobbed down the line whenever she accepted my calls from far-flung telegraph offices. I was so irritated by her need of me, but now I can imagine how she felt. As I go to replace the letters, I notice a scrap of paper, crumpled where it's got trapped towards the back of the drawer. I smooth it out. It's not airmail thin, but a thicker piece, torn from the back of an envelope, the triangular fold and strip of glue still visible. The writing is unfamiliar, but the name at the top stops my breath. William Leonard. My father. My hands are trembling. I can hear Mum grumbling in the kitchen, Millie approaching. I shove the address in my pocket, sliding the drawer shut. We find the dice in the snakes and ladders box. Millie is eager, never having played Ludo before. Mum's reluctant at first, but we manage to persuade her to join us while the cake is in the oven. Millie unfolds the board and I help her set out the counters. Which colour do you want to be, Millie? I'll be red, says Mum. She was always red when we played together. Mum told me she didn't know where my father was. He left when I was not much more than a baby and she never heard from him again. I have no memories. There are no photographs. She told me she burned them all after he'd gone. Millie frowns. Me be red, please. I try and persuade Millie to take another colour. You can be green, yellow or blue. Why don't you take blue? That's a lovely colour. I can feel my chest tighten. Why does she have his address? Want red? Mum snaps back. Well, I've chosen red. Neither of them is going to budge, and I don't know what to do. All I can think about is the letter. Did he write to her? Was he asking after me? Millie shakes her head, her mouth set in a stubborn line. I choosed red. I want red. I want doesn't get. I try and laugh this off. Come on, Mum. Fine. Mum pushes the board around so the red counters are in front of Millie. Why didn't she tell me she had his address? A memory. I'm 13 years old, sitting at this same table. She is sitting opposite with my maths homework open in front of her. I want to be at Naz's. It's her birthday and there's a party. I wanted to get there early to help set up, so I rushed the homework, but she insists on checking it before I can go. I'm disappointed in you, Evangeline. She shakes her head. A long silence for me to register this sufficiently. Just like him. I know she's talking about my father. She doesn't do this often, but when she does, it's like she shines a torch on something inside me. Always looking for a shortcut, hoping for someone else to bail him out. I don't want to be like him, but what he's planted is deep and festering. Well, I'm here to teach you there are no shortcuts in this life. If you want something, you have to work for it. She is here to help me be a better person. She loves me despite the rot inside. She is my ally. I don't seek details from her because she is protecting me from the rancid truth. I shudder. I don't want to be here now. It's like playing Ludo with 2 children. Millie smugly triumphant, Mum seething with resentment, and I'm stuck in the middle, trying to keep the peace, and so the game continues, and it's not a bonding experience, but an excruciating ordeal, and my mind is elsewhere, trying to make sense of it, trying to understand why he wrote, why she kept the address. Mum lightens up as soon as she starts winning, and there's something rather ugly about this. When she gleefully snatches the last of Millie's counters and sends it back to base, Millie's eyes brim with fat, wobbling tears. I snap, Mum!